Recently, constitutionality and what is constitutional seems to be an issue that's had a lot of interest and has been reported a lot on. And frankly, it's coming up in everyday conversation a lot more than it did, say, 5, 6, 7 years ago. One thing to understand about the Constitution is that some of the language in there is very, very clear. Some of the protections are extraordinarily obvious just based on the plain reading. And some of that language requires a lot of interpretation. The job of interpreting the Constitution ultimately comes to the Supreme Court of the United States, and what they decide that law means is what it means, at least until somebody in the future changes that interpretation. But another thing to keep in mind here, it's not a set-in-stone document. We have amended the Constitution dozens of times, and if someone doesn't like some of the clear provision in the Constitution, they have a very valid option. Amend the Constitution. That's very difficult to do because our founders wanted it to be difficult to do. Make no mistake about it. Some of the provisions in the Constitution are open for interpretation. Some very important provisions, like the right to due process, substantive and procedural due process, may not even be directly referenced in the Constitution, but they're very important to us as Americans. You don't want to be arrested for no reason. You don't want to be tried for no reason. That's a right that you care about. Other rights are clearly established in the Constitution, like birthright citizenship, for example, very first sentence of the 14th Amendment. There is a way to change the Constitution if you don't agree with the provisions. But the law is what the law is. And if that's not important to us, we need to reevaluate how we assess what it means to be an American.